Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm getting brave because I'm actually trying out a new trend that I am guessing I'm going to be bad at, because it's like a double version of one thing I'm not very good at. So doing it twice in the same nail seems a bit crazy, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it a go. It's all good. So I'm going to be using two nails in this video. I'm going to do one. I've decided to do it like a first impressions, well, a first try sort of thing, basically. Like, usually if I'm ever going to do anything on a client, I will always obviously research it until I can't research it anymore. Like, there's nothing more for me to find about how to do something in the best way. But I haven't researched this at all. It seems to have come out of nowhere, but it's getting big, so I feel like I need to jump on the bandwagon, do a video on it. But I just want to make it really clear that I'm not teaching you how to do it in this video. I am literally just giving it a go. So that's why I've got two nails. I've got like a first try and then a second try to see if whatever goes wrong in the first try, I can get better on a second one. So I'm going to be doing the double vertical ombre, where it's basically ombre on top of ombre. And I say that I don't know why I'm going to try it, because I can't even do one ombre. So, you know, I don't really know why I'm even attempting to do two ombres on one nail, but it's fine. You don't know if you can do something unless you try. And I do vertical ombre, I just don't do horizontal with gel, so it shouldn't be too bad. So first things first, I'm going to do obviously the first ombre of the process. Just need to find a brush that is going to be possible to use, because the type of brush that I'd use is the type of brush that I've already used for glitter, and I'm not using glitter for the ombre, so I'm going to have to just use a brush that I don't think is going to work and hope for the best. So first things first, I am using two different colours from Magpie's gel paint collection, and I'm using blue and light blue, keeping it relatively easy and using colours that I'm hoping will go together. So I'm going to use the darker colour first, and I'm just going to get that on the nail. I'm going to do two coats of this because I'm using a clear, I'm using a clear nail to do it, so I'm going to need two coats. I'm also going to need a lot more gel paint than I've picked up. So I'm just going in with the dark blue first and putting that on the right side of the nail. I'm just covering the whole right side of the nail. Then I'm going to clean off my brush. To be fair, the angle that I'm doing that bit at the top is not very good. I'm basically just pulling off the product, which is not the whole point. This isn't really a brush that I typically use for this, but I don't have any other brushes clean, and I feel like that's a necessity with what I'm doing. So I'm just going to clean off my brush so it's completely clean, so I can go in with the lighter colour without contaminating it. So I've cleaned that off. I'm picking up my light blue, and I'm going to do that down the other side of the nail. It's a beautiful colour. I'm just at first going up to the other blue, not into it yet. Just want to get everywhere covered on this side first. And then that is when I will start to join the two together. Just going to keep going down the middle to bring the two colours together. And then slightly moving like over to the left side into the lighter blue, and then moving back over into the right side into the darker blue, so the two colours mixed together. And then what I always do, which I've never saw anyone else do, so it's obviously not the best thing to do, but I always do like a zigzag down the middle of a vertical ombre and then go down the middle, because that just naturally like takes the colours into each other but without being too much. So once I've done that and I'm happy with it, I'm then going to pop that into the lamp for a full cure when we've got a nice seamless blend. So I'm going to fully cure that. I'm going to get rid of the product off my brush again, because we're going to do a second coat of the exact same process. I'm going to do the same thing on the second nail, just while we're waiting for that off camera so you don't see it all over again. But just because I don't think it's this bit that I'm obviously going to struggle with, it's the second part. So I'm just going to do this again, so then we've got it ready for when I mess up the first one. So back to the first nail, I'm going to do the second coat now of both colours. To be honest, I don't think I'd do this if I was using like a nude coloured base display tip, but just because it's clear, I feel like I am making it a little bit harder for myself to get the full coverage effect. So I'm just going to do 2 coats on both nails. Doing it in the exact same way, applying my dark colour first on half the nail, cleaning my brush off, and then going in with the lighter blue on the other side. And then once I have done the lighter blue, like up to that first half, I need to get rid of that hair. There's always a hair somewhere trying to sabotage me. Doesn't help that I keep cleaning my brush off with a cotton pad, to be fair. But yeah, I'm going to take it up to the other blue, and then that's when I'm going to go into it, like so. To get the fluff off, and then I'm going to go down the middle, do my zigzaggy thing, and then that is when I'm going to just brush straight down the middle after I've done that, and it's going to bring both those colours together. Like so. Then we've got our blend again. Now I'm just going to get the excess off my brush once more, just because I've got a bit of a bulky area of blue up here that I need to smooth out. Okay, so once I've done that, we've got that blend, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this other nail, and then we'll come back to do the second half. So this is the bit now where it gets interesting, because we need to do an ombre on top of this ombre, but the other way round. So the tip is going to be right side light blue and left side dark blue. So first things first, I'm going to get my dark blue like I did before, and I'm going to just place that on the nail. Like so, and then I'm going to get, I'm just thinking about whereabouts I'm going to need this to go down to. I'm going to cover like half the nail, just to make sure I do enough. You can't even see what I'm doing because as usual I'm not focused. But yeah, I'm going to do about half the nail-ish. I'd rather have too much than not enough ombre space. And then I'm going to get my lighter colour and do the same on the other side. Again, first of all, just going up to the centre, not actually touching the other colour, like so. And then once I'm happy with that side, then I will move over and start blending. Just taking my brush further and further over to the left, pulling those colours together, like so. It's actually gone quite well, to be fair. And then I'm going to use the same brush to clean it up, because we're going to create a French with this. So I've just made sure that my brush is nice and clean. And I'm then going to start from one side and just bring it through that ombre. And then clean up that smile line. Like so. Do you know what? I don't think that's actually gone all that bad. So that's good. You just need to clean this side up a little bit more. There we go. And then this area here is a bit darker. So I'm going to clean off my brush, get a little bit of the lighter colour on it, and then just... Okay, I didn't clean my brush well enough. That's quite annoying. So I'm just going to go in and probably clean my brush this time. And go into the lighter colour. Like so. I think the problem is that I need more of the lighter one to cover the darker colour underneath it, whereas the other side obviously is light. works much better. I don't think it's all that bad though, to be fair. So I'm just going to clean off my brush completely. And I'm going to get a little bit of dark blue on the left side of my brush. And a little bit of light blue on the right side. Just a little bit of each, nothing too crazy. And then I'm just going to go down that middle bit again. Like so. I don't think it looks that bad, to be honest. It's not half as bad as I thought it would be. Could be better, obviously, but it's my first go, so I'm not too upset. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp, and then we're going to do it again. See if I can do it a second time. Again, cleaning off my brush. Going in with the darker colour on the left. Do you know what? I'm going to try and do the French from the get-go. Not a great start, I'm not gonna lie. It's difficult to get a really neat line. And good coverage. Obviously you could do 2 coats of the top ombre as well, but I'm just lazy and I don't want to. So that is why I'm putting so much effort into this coat, is because I cannot be bothered to do another one, basically. But that's not too bad. I need to go a bit further over. It's about there. There we go. And I'm going to clean off my brush completely again. And I'm going to go in with the lighter one to do the other side. Making sure it's as symmetrical as I can get it. I think that's about right. My phone really doesn't like this design. Doesn't want to show you properly. And then I'm just going to thicken it up a little bit with a bit more just to get the good coverage in. Got a bit of ahead of myself with this side. So I will clean it up, but I'm going to clean it up before I start the blending process. I think that's the key to this, because then you're not swiping through the dark colour to get rid of the light. There we go. Then I'm going to do what I did last time, put a little bit of the lighter colour on the right side and then a bit of the darker colour on the left. And then I'm going to brush through it on my palette. I didn't really put a lot on there at all, to be fair. And then brush through it on the palette, get it on there. And then that is when I'm going to go ahead and start blending on the nail. We focused? Oh my god, we are. So this is what they look like so far. I think I am going to do something a little bit extra with them just to tie it all together and make it look a bit different, because as much as they are very cute, they're very boring. So I'm actually really happy with how they turned out, to be fair. Let me know what you think. Obviously they could be way better, and the more practice you get, the better they'll look. But as far as the first and second time goes, I don't think they're all that bad, to be honest. So I'm quite happy with how that turned out. So I think I'm going to add some glitter or something to them. I don't know whether to do a line here, like with something, just to really emphasize it and hide where they join together. I don't know whether that would make it better or worse. I was thinking to do it with the Brillbird Glamour Gel number 5, because that is absolutely beautiful and goes really well with the light and dark colour. So I might do that, and then I think I'm just going to add like a glittery top coat to them as well, like just to give them something a little bit extra. But I'm going to go ahead and just do the Glamour Gel section, like part of it first, to see how I end up liking that. And then I might just think that that's enough or whatever. Or I might think, no, it needs something a little bit more. So I'm just going to get something to mix the Glamour Gel with. This is what the one that I'm using looks like. It is absolutely stunning colour. I'm just going to mix it together to make sure that all the flakes are mixed around with the pigment and there's not any like colour just sat on top of the pigment. And then once I've really done that, I'm just going to try and get as much back in there as possible, and then any that I can't, I'm just going to wipe onto my palette because obviously I'm going to use it now anyway. So I'm just going to clean off that stick before I forget and put it back. So yeah, I'm going to go in with my striper brush. Just get off the excess. And I'm just going to do it, like I said, just a line round where they meet basically. So I'm just going to do it really slowly because I want to make sure that I don't mess up the spiral line. I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to there. I'm not putting lots of pressure on. I'm going really slowly and just doing bit by bit. I will bulk it up a little bit afterwards. I just want to get it exactly where I need to get it without messing up first. No pressure. Well, there isn't any pressure really, it's literally a plastic tip, but you know, now I've said no pressure, it seems to be, I feel like I'm under more pressure. Probably shouldn't have said it. Okay, I'm just going to tidy this side up a bit more because I did a really awful job of this one. Bring that down a bit further, I think. Just to really emphasise it. And do the same on the other side, make that a bit thicker and further up. Like so, make sure it's even. And I'm just going to go in and thicken the rest up a little bit now. So that's how that looks. I think it's actually really pretty. It's nice and subtle, but enough for you to be able to see it. So I'm going to cure that for a full cure in the lamp, and then I'm going to do the same on this nail. There we go, very cute. Pop that in the lamp as well. And then I'm just going to fully cure both of them, have a tidy up in the meantime, get rid of everything that I've used, ready to film the next video. And then when they come out, I'm going to decide whether I want a glitter top coat or just plain. So that's what they look like now they're fully cured. I'm going to keep showing you them at like every opportunity, just in case I do another step and end up hating them. So this is what they look like at the moment. I've decided it's probably going to be a bit overkill and it's going to make the video way longer than it already is, but I'm going to do it anyway because obviously you're not forced to watch a full length of the video. You can click off at any time instead of watching me butcher things. Like, it's absolutely fine, I won't be offended. But what I'm going to do is I've got a beautiful glitter from Sparkle Spice UK that I think will just look absolutely stunning over this. Just as like a little fade, like just a few specks at the cuticle area fading down over the nail. I think that'll just bring something extra to it. So I'm going to give that a go on one of the nails. I actually love it the way that it looks, like, don't get me wrong, so you could 100% just leave it how it is. You could have even left it how it was before the blue line as well. But like I say, like I just like to keep going and going and going until I hate something, and then getting really annoyed that I kept going, basically. So the glitter that I'm going to be using is Sapphire Martini. It's absolutely beautiful. This is what it looks like. It reflects different colours and stuff, and it's just stunning. So I'm going to get some base coat. I'm going to pop it on my palette. Not a huge amount, but enough, because obviously I've got 2 nails. So if I do like the first one, I will pop it on the second one as well. And then I'm just going to scoop out some of the glitter, pop that into the base coat, give it a little stir. Doesn't matter really about the amount of glitter in it, because I will add some more anyway when it's on the nail. And then once I've done that, I'm going to get my brush. I'm going to scoop it off the palette and place it at the cuticle area. Got my pot of glitter near me. Well, I didn't, but I do now. Okay, I need to move that bit of glitter for it to focus on this bit that's actually on the nail. Placing that at the cuticle area where I want my fade to start. I'm going to pick up a few extra specks out of the pot itself and just place them up there, and then I'm just going to pull down this brush and just create a really small what's it called, glitter fade. I don't want it to be too crazy and take away from the main focus of this nail, which is obviously the double ombre. But I just want something a little bit extra. If you don't have enough base coat like on your nail, just pick up a little bit more on your brush and place it where you need it. And then I'm just going to use my brush to start separating the pieces of glitter and pulling it further down the nail. Again, don't want to go too low, don't want too much glitter on there. Just something a little bit different to mix it up a bit. And then, once I'm happy with my glitter placement, just want some smaller specks further down, like so. And then, yeah, like I said, once I'm happy with the placement, I'm just making sure there's none hanging over the edge. I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a full cure. I think I'm only going to do it on the one nail, just so you can see the difference between them. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp, fully cure it, and then in the meantime I'm going to top coat this one that's got nothing on it. Keep this one quite plain so you can see the difference between a plain one and something a little bit extra. I'm going to pop this into the lamp for a full cure, and then as soon as that other one comes out, I will top coat that and pop that one in as well, and then I'll show you what they look like at the end. So here is how they turned out. I absolutely love them, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. I think this is actually one of very few trends that I actually really like. But let me know which one is your favourite, with or without glitter. Mine, of course, is with, because it's glitter, so I'm never going to choose anything other than that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually really enjoyed putting these together, to be honest. I do think they turned out quite well, so I'm quite pleased with that. And yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.